Recording in progress.
So I welcome you once more at the second workshop on developing your sustainability strategy plans. As I have already said, today's session will be recorded for those who are not able to attend and for others that want to join us later. Before designing a sustainability strategy, it is essential to gain a full picture of the environment in which your equestrian organization operates. This means analyzing external requirements such as FEI, EEF, and IOC expectations, national legislation, industry standards related to horse welfare and event management, and emerging trends in areas like environmental responsibility and social license to operate. By understanding these influences, your strategy can address real needs, reflect the future of equestrian sport, and meet stakeholders' expectations. To begin your sustainability journey, it is important to first understand the bigger picture. Before creating your own strategy, take time to review what is happening at international level. Several key organizations are already setting clear expectations for sustainability in equestrian sport. The EEF sustainability strategy explains what the national federations are expected to do. It introduces the Green Code of Conduct and outlines the main sustainability pillars that should guide your work. The Equine Ethics and Wellbeing Commission report goes even further. It speaks about our social license to operate, meaning the trust society gives us to continue our sport. It also introduces the idea of providing a good life for horses, placing welfare and ethical responsibility at the center of everything we do. At global level, the IOC sustainability strategy and the FEI strategy set the overall direction for the sport. They focus on climate action, responsible event management, good governance, and transparency. By reviewing these documents, you gain clear understanding of what is expected from our sport worldwide, not only in environmental terms, but also in welfare, ethics, and accountability. This gives you a strong foundation before you begin building your sustainability strategy. At the national level, each federation needs to understand the legal and regulatory framework related to sustainability. This includes identifying national sustainability laws, any carbon or environmental reporting requirements, and government climate targets or action plans that may influence how the federation operates. To support this process, every European national federation can find country-specific sustainability sources and guidance on page 8 of the Sustainability Creator tool, making it easier for you to locate official information and ensure alignment with national expectations. While your organization is part of the wider international and national sport ecosystem, it also has its own responsibilities, expectations, and obligations. After understanding the global and national landscape, the next step is to look internally. You can do that by start to speak with key departments within your federation. Connect with your administrative or managing director to understand whether there are any compliance requirements from government authorities or ministries. Ask if there are reporting deadlines, legal obligations, or mandatory sustainability actions that must be addressed. At the same time, engage with your marketing or sponsorship department, because nowadays sponsors increasingly have their own sustainability commitments, and it is important to understand their expectation and explore how your strategy can align with them. This internal consultation helps ensure that your sustainability plan is realistic, aligned with your federation's responsibilities, and supportive of your partners' expectations. By combining international guidance with internal clarity, you build a strategy that is both aligned and practical. By reviewing the sustainability landscape, we gain clarity on three essential elements: what is required from us, legally, ethically, or strategically; what already exists in our organizations, such as current policies, commitments, and stakeholder expectations; and where we should align our efforts and take action first. This exploration helps us understand the reality we are operating in and prevent us from creating a strategy based on assumptions. In other words, we cannot build a strategy if we don't first understand the context in which it must work. Once we know what is expected, what we already have in place, and where the gaps are, we can make informed decisions and set priorities with confidence. To develop an impactful sustainability strategy, it is essential to link objectives and planned actions to the most relevant sustainable development goals. This alignment ensures that the Federation's work contributes to globally recognized sustainability priorities, while also reinforcing credibility and transparency. By mapping our initiatives to selected goals, we demonstrate our contribution to environmental protection, social responsibility, and sustainable growth. And this leads to strengthen trust among stakeholders, sponsors, funders, and governing bodies. The Sustainable Development Goals. It is a global framework for sustainable development and help organizations understand where their activities can have the greatest positive impact. To build this understanding, start by reviewing the official Sustainable Development Goals platform to gain a full overview of the 17 goals and the challenges they aim to address. In parallel, analyze national sustainability trends and progress using the Sustainable Development Report, which provides country-level insights, performance data, and priority areas. This helps federations identify the most relevant goals for their context and build strategy based on real national needs and global expectations. Now I will share an example from the Greek Federation. Through discussions within the working group of the Hellenic Equestrian Federation, we identified a number of goals that are especially relevant to the equestrian sector in Greece. Goal 3 focuses on good health and well-being. For us, this means protecting both human well-being and equine welfare, two central pillars of our sport. Goal 6 relates to the responsible water management. This is particularly important for stables, training facilities, and competition venues, especially in regions where there is a problem with the water availability. And it's a real challenge at these times. Goal 12 is about responsible consumption and production. In practical terms, this includes sustainable sourcing, reducing waste, improving recycling systems, and organizing events in a more responsible way. Additional goals are Goal 13, which reflects the need to reduce carbon emissions through smarter transport solutions, energy efficient infrastructure, and lower impact events. Goal 15 supports the protection of natural ecosystems, encouraging responsible land use and biodiversity preservation around equestrian facilities. Goal 17 emphasizes partnership and collaboration, which are essential to advancing sustainability, working with institutions, NGOs, sponsors, athletes, venues, and the broad equestrian community to share knowledge and scale our impact. And by embedding these goals into federation strategy and daily operations, we build a long-term framework for sustainable progress, supporting environmental protection, social well-being, and the future resilience of equestrian sport. These selected goals highlight the areas where equestrian sport can make a real measurable difference. Depending on the level of influence of its federations, there are more goals that could be relevant. To support SDG 7, the goal 7, which is affordable and clean energy, organizations can adapt clean energy solutions such as solar panels, LED lighting, smart energy systems, and others. Goal 11 could be relevant also, sustainable cities and communities. Federations can prioritize sustainable venues and responsible events by hosting green certified competitions, promoting shared and low emission transport, selecting accessible locations, adopting reuse and low waste measures, and integrating environmental venue management plans. Collaboration with local communities and responsible land use ensure long-term environmental and social value for equestrian sport also. To define meaningful core values and build strong sustainability pillars, you need to know what matters most to the people who shape the sport every day. Gathering insights from stakeholders allow us to understand their real needs and expectations and to reveal where gaps or opportunities exist. By basing decisions on actual feedback rather than making assumptions, we are able to prioritize actions that matter most to the people involved in the sport. A sustainability strategy becomes then truly effective only when it reflects the voices of the community itself. Internal stakeholders are the people who experience the operations and the reality of the federation every day. From employees to administrative staff, to athletes across different disciplines, coaches, trainers, grooms, volunteers, and officials. Each group has its own priorities and concerns, such as horse welfare, working conditions, safety, or environmental impact. By recognizing these differences and listening to their perspectives, we ensure that our core values and sustainability priorities are grounded in what truly matters to the people within our sport. To collect meaningful insights, it is important to choose the right approach for each stakeholder group. Employees and athletes can be reached effectively through online questionnaires. This allows them to share their views anonymously and at the time that suits them, which often leads to more honest feedback. Sponsors and partners are better approached through interviews combined with a review on our behalf about their sustainability strategy, brand values, and commitments. These help us understand their expectations and identify areas where our strategy can align with theirs. For people who are closely involved in the daily operations of the sport, such as coaches, grooms, and officials, We can reach them through workshops or small focus group, which is often more effective. These settings allowed for open discussion and deeper, more practical feedback. By using the most suitable method for each group, we ensure transparency input and gain a well-rounded understanding of expectations across the Federation. To gather meaningful feedback, you can develop tailored questionnaires for employees and athletes, and these surveys should explore what sustainability means to them, which issues they believe should be prioritized, how they perceive the organization's current culture and values, and what improvements they would like to see. By capturing these perspectives, you ensure that the core values and the sustainability pillars of your strategy are shaped not only by strategic objectives, but also by the real needs and the expectations of the people in the community. Once the feedback has been collected, analyze it to identify patterns and shared expectations. Look for recurring themes and group them into 3 to 5 overarching values that reflect what matters most to your community. These values will then evolve into your strategic pillars and focus areas. For example, 3 different pillars could be people, horses, and the planet. And these pillars will form the foundation of your sustainability strategy. The result of this process is a value-based strategy that is grounded in real evidence and supported by the people who will bring it to life. When stakeholders are actively engaged and feel that their voice has influenced the direction of the strategy, they develop a sense of ownership. This shared commitment is what turns ideas into action and makes real transformation possible. In your strategy document, refer to the key learnings from the surveys. This feedback should not only help you set your goals and plan your actions, but also enrich the introduction page, which this is an example that you can find in the EEF strategy creator tool. This feedback should help you, of course, first of all, to set your goals and plan your actions, but also you can, this page can serve as an executive summary. In this section, in the introduction and executive summary, clearly answer the following questions. What the document is about, why the organization has chosen to create a sustainability strategy, how the organization intends to approach sustainability, and what the strategy means for the organization, its members, and its stakeholders. These are the topics that I would like to talk with you today. I will stop share my screen and have a discussion on anything you would like to. Any comments on what we said today? It is a part, it's described a part of the Sustainability Creator tool that you can use, and it's the steps that will help you set the agenda for the meetings if you decide to have a working group, or in other cases you can start working outside of a working group with different people within the organization? No questions, no comments, nothing?
Hi.
Hi, Ellen.
I hear myself double. I hope it's not the case for you.
But we hear you very well.
Okay, good. I'm Aline from the Flemish Equestrian Federation. The first session, my colleague Julie joined the session. So glad to be here for the second session. Just adding that it's a very interesting way of you to have all your community involved. I think this is very important. I've listened to your info carefully, and I think it's very interesting to go to work with it. We in the Flemish Equestrian Federation are not really used to the policy of sustainability, so it's really getting the first steps. So for us, I have nothing really to join or good practices or something, because we are new in this process.
It's very thank you, first of all. It's very important to align with people and our stakeholders' expectations, because we need people to engage, so we can bring in life all the projects and actions that we're going to make to design in our strategy. So yes, that's why I have selected this topic separately from the others to point out exactly this.
Yes, we do it also for other rules or other policies, but I'm glad here it's in the process too, because we think it's very important too to have your the stakeholders in important decisions.
And to add something, you can take a lot of ideas, because nowadays people are already educated, I would say, and they have some their personal habits aligns with sustainability. A lot of people are aware of recycling and other actions that you can include in your plan, and even others that we have not. It's difficult to think when sitting in a meeting room. So it's a process, a two-way process, that we get ideas from our community and our stakeholders. So it's useful in other ways also. It can give us inspiration,
ideas
of doing a lot of things.
Okay.
Is there anybody else that would like to add something? Okay, then I will wish you a nice day, the rest of your day to be nice, and I will share this information in the presentation via email, and the video will be available soon online. Next time we are going to discuss about the activity matrix and how to check our level of influence on different operations in the organizations. Okay, goodbye then.
Okay, thank you very much. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Tanya.